Hello everyone, hello and greetings. Happy greetings to you wherever you are. Thanks for joining this personal power wellness coaching segment, and we're doing wellness in the kitchen. So I'm really glad to be with you, that we're all here together right now on this day. And as I mentioned in the description, we are creating a new dressing slash smoothie that you could add, or soup-ish kind of thing, that you are welcome to try out in your own kitchen of love and light, to use wholesome, natural ingredients that are raw. I'm working with all raw ingredients, mostly, practically all of the time, so more as like a raw vegan. But this is good for anyone, not just vegans, not just raw vegans, not just raw people. It's for everyone. So this is why I am creating my smoothie or puree, because I really know that getting my greens in is so important, but I don't always make it a successful one because I do have greens every day, but maybe not in the quantities that I should be, so that we can make sure that I'm getting enough of the minerals that are important to nourish our bones and skin and eyes and hair and nails. So that's why I recently made sure to include plenty of greens, as much as I can, in combination with the fruits, by blending them and making them into purees and dressings that I definitely consume because they come out delicious. So what I wanted to do is to make my new dressing using some grapes, purple grapes that I had already washed, and now they're totally clean and ready to go. And I have also a purple onion, which I'm going to include because onion is very beneficial for our lungs, and it gives it a fantastic hit and a sort of like a bit of a spicy kick to it. So this is our beautiful purple onion, and it is fragrant, of course. And I'm going to take note because I keep track of the ingredients. So if you could, in case you see, so I have here some greens, and these are the greens that I'm working with, and these are actually a mystery green to me. I haven't ever tried these, and when I asked the fellows at the supermarket what the name is, they really didn't know. Maybe they knew in their native language, but in terms of our shared language, they didn't know. So I just bought them anyways, to make sure that I would get those greens in, because it's especially good to try new things, to try new vegetables, so that you can expand and widen the scope of the nutrients that you're getting. So expanding the profile, not just in the flavors that you're getting, but also in the nutrients that are being funneled into your body cells through that food. So yeah, pretty much we have actually a dark color-ish. Yeah, it's gonna be like a purple pigment smoothie, because if you take a look at here, I'll show you. Look at that. We've got the grapes and we've got the onion, and then also we'll get here the frozen wild blueberries, as well as some raspberries and blackberries. So this is a combination of the berries, and it includes for sure the frozen wild blueberries that I have mentioned that we want. So that's what we've got. And so I'm going to go ahead and now position this just so, and we're going to get blending very, very shortly. Alrighty, so that's what we've got. And so I'm gonna put in our grapes, and that comes out to 190 grams of our purple grapes, and they do have the seed, which is actually great because it means that it's all going to get blended harmoniously into our mix, and it's going to come out just fantastic. So let me make sure that you are getting enough of a proper view there. Fantastic. Then I put in our onion, getting the onion in. And then finally, I'm going to include our mystery greens. I'm going to have to ask someone eventually what this is called, because it's important and it's helpful, because if you really like an ingredient, then you can make sure you know what it's called to find out the benefits of it, to find out what it's doing wholesomely for your body. And I'm also going to include some celery. So we've got our celery going here, and that is just fantastic. So I'm gonna pack it all into our blender to make sure that at least we get the greens, because that's really the motivation behind the video, is to make sure that we are getting these greens in plenty quantity. And then next step is to get my dulse in. So we're getting our Atlantic sea vegetables in, which is great. It's good for also, it's part of the heavy metal detox smoothie, so I am sure to include it, and it also gives it a slight salty kick. So we've got some dulse, celery, grapes, onion, and I'm going to add the coriander powder. All right, I'm going to make it, well, let's see, we don't want to overpower with spices, but this one smells very earthy and very light. So I think we can go for a tablespoon in the hatch. That was coriander. And then we're going to add actually maca root powder, which is an adaptogen, and it improves digestion, and it is an energy booster, but it doesn't amp you up at night like caffeine does, like coffee does. It just gives you like sustained energy levels so that your adrenals regulate your energy depending on the circadian rhythm and what you should be producing in terms of your energy flow. So it's an adrenal balancer and energy for stamina. And then we have also some ashwagandha, which is excellent for hormonal health and also balancing our hormones and the adrenals, the endocrine system, which regulates our mood, our hormones like progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone, to name a few. So I'm getting in ashwagandha, which is good for female reproductive health, but also for males, because it is also beneficial, as it says, it gives you the strength of a stallion. So it gives you that stamina to perform your life's functions as required, and it's from a source that is healthy and wholesome and from the earth, so it's a root. So that was ashwagandha, and this is 1 tablespoon of spirulina, because I really want to get in as many of the 5 ingredients as I can for the heavy metal detox smoothie. And this one, again, it's a source of phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, as well as B12. So spirulina is also excellent for removing heavy metals from our body. So that's why I'm motivated to use it today. And then I'm going to put in some lemon juice. This is going to be the half of a lemon, only because it was already peeled and I just wanted to get underway with the video. So that's 1/2, and then I have here 1 whole lime. What I usually prefer to do is to just take off the outer layer, so basically remove the skin with a knife, and then I put in the whole lime with the pith, with the skin, the white skin, just to ensure that we're getting all of the fibers, all of the nutrients, and all of the substance that helps your body to digest and feed the healthy gut bacteria. So that is that. And then last but not least, I'm going to add some frozen wild blueberries, which I mentioned already. So we've got here, let's shift it around. So we've got here our frozen wild blueberries. whoopsie daisy. So I'm gonna leave the remainder that kind of poured out into the container, but essentially we are going to take whatever is in this cup measurement. So that's about 198. However, that's with our plastic. So let's just carefully let that enter our blender. We're just really doing this live, authentically and naturally, the way that perhaps you would be in your kitchen. And so that came out to 160 grams. So I'll just take a note of that so I can truly understand the nutrition. All right, and then that's it. So we're just gonna blend it up. I have here some date water. So these are basically dates that I left soaking last night in purified water to let the dates soften. And since the water is really nice and cold, then I'm going to use it as a hydration, as the water source. So that's it. So it looks like it might be a good consistency already. And then we'll take it from there and see how it goes. So that's the recipe for today. A new recipe that we've never done before in our personal power kitchen. And I'm super glad to be using the grapes because otherwise they seem to be potentially going to waste. And we don't want to waste anything in our kitchen as much as possible because you purchased it and you want to make sure that not just you're getting your money's worth, but that you're really getting all the nutrients. Shall bring this in a little bit closer. Alrighty. So already it's getting dark and we can increase that a bit. And what I shall do is also add a little bit more of the greens, bit by bit. Because again, the focus is the greens, getting in those veggies. So just, pack it in, get them in. And this is why I really, really am turning to these particular types of arrangements because it helps me, my digestion, it helps my body to get more of the good nutrients that it really needs. All right, so that's awesome. From what I've heard, the ninja might be good or the blend tech, but I'm using the Vitamix because that one's been proven to be excellent. Alrighty. Now we're mixing. That's it. Let's check it out. Let us check it out because it seems quite actually watery. Oh man, it came out quite watery. So, well, we're giving it a shot. It's very thick. I got in all my nutrients. This is a really good batch. Again, that's why I said it could be a smoothie, but it's actually serving as a good complement to just have along with your salad if you want a bit of that fruity taste. So I'm gonna serve it up and we'll use this particular, I'm gonna use this one. Okay, so let's take a taster. All right, so it is thick. It's almost like a soup, but it's not because it's cold-ish. So now it's time to give it a try. So let's give it a go. That's really cool. It's very refreshing, has plenty of liquid. I realized that if I truly wanted to make it a dressing, and this is a non-fat dressing, non-fat smoothie, but it's good because I have like my smoothie practically done already. So that's awesome. So that's why you want to play in the kitchen, get creative, make your plan work for you, make it like your decision, your intention that, okay, I want to give this a shot, I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, I guess I added sufficient water for it to be more of a drink. But you have the fiber still. I really love it. I highly recommend. The grapes really make a tremendous difference. And they give it that thickness, but it's not fatty, so it's not like it's that thickness from a fat source. Nothing wrong with fats. Of course, you want to pick the right ones that are actually beneficial and that will do something positive for your body. But other than that, it's very light. I get a hit of the onion, but it's very minimal. And yet, you know, we're getting in our cup of grapes, our cup of berries, our onion, and you can play around with the spices. We have our greens, we have our adaptogenic herbs, roots that we included, which were maca and ashwagandha, and we have coriander powder, and we had spirulina powder, and the dulse, seaweed or sea vegetables, and the mystery green, the mysterious greens. We don't know what they're called yet, but one day soon I will find out. And yes, and we had the juice of lime and lemon. So those are original fresh ingredients, all natural, to give us that summer boost with the greens that are available in season, berries, grapes. We have our greens. You could use spinach or kale, or collard greens are excellent. Especially collard greens are superb for eye health. So you just can't go wrong. It's a winner. It's a definite win. It's very hydrating. It's great for your digestion and for your skin, your hair, your nails. It's all over positive. So it's a winning combination. So that's what it is. That's what it's all about in our personal power, wellness, life, and kitchen. It's about empowering ourselves. And sometimes that definitely requires the kitchen work. And this is why my videos these past few days have been more in the kitchen, because it's what I realized that, you know, our health needs to be on point. It needs to be well balanced. And when something feels off, then we need to just make sure we're still doing what we can, we're still moving in the right direction, and having fun in the process, getting creative, being, you know, inventive. I wasn't always, you know, making these things, but I realized, hey, if I want to make this work, I have to do something different to keep it interesting. And that's what I invite you to consider, is like, if you need to make it more interesting for yourself, whatever it is you want to do, then changing things up and looking into new recipes from time to time. I'm not a big kitchen queen in terms of cuisine and recipes and creating things, but I love the process of creating, of putting things together and kind of seeing what comes from that, which in this example, we came up with our puree / smoothie. And I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. And this is the color, the thickness is kind of fascinating. It's a combination look of the heavy metal detox smoothie with a new puree. So this could be like a huge soup if you warmed it up, but we don't really want to heat up our frozen berries, right? I mean, it sort of defies the nature of it. And yeah, so that's it for now. We're going to cap it at that. and I'm sending you lots of love, lots of joy and well-being. And from our kitchen of wellness, gotta clean all that up eventually. And for now, I bid you farewell and I say thank you. Thank you for all for coming along. Oopsie daisy. And make sure that we get our ingredients. If we need to go shopping, then so be it. We have to go shopping for something, right? So that includes our food. So I'm going shopping for celery and wild blueberries soon, as well as some spinach and organic herbs like parsley and cilantro. And yes, and then other goodies after that. So enjoy. If you try out this fun recipe or it inspires you in some way, let me know. Or even if it's just you using your blender, it's all good and it's all wonderful. And I'm sure that whatever steps you're taking aligned with feeling better, having a healthier body, will make you also have a healthier mind and healthier emotions and more groundedness, balance, and stability. So cheers to our fantastic new dressing and smoothie using our greens, getting our fibers, and taking it from there. So see you soon. Thank you for joining and many blessings. Bye for now. From Jen at Personal Power Wellness.